You boys be quiet down there!
Previously on PC-88 Paradise. Next, we have the Telenet Japan 1987 catalog, showing the games they were selling at the time. One side is dedicated completely to Valis, and on the other we have Albatross Tournament Golf, Final Zone Wolf, and American Truck. Ah, American Truck. I kind of wish I was playing that today instead. I kind of wish I was playing that today instead. I kind of wish I was playing that today instead. I kind of wish I was playing that today instead. I kind of wish I was playing that today instead. I kind of wish I was playing that today instead. I kind of wish I was playing that today instead. I kind of wish I was playing that today instead. Wow, my very own copy of American Truck for PC-88. Now I'll never need anything else in my life. So let's do this. Before 18-wheeler, before big rigs, there was a little game called American Truck. Welcome back to PC-88 Paradise, by the way, the series where we take a close look at classic games for the NEC PC-88, the most popular Japanese PC series of the 1980s. American Truck, released in 1985, was an early game from Nihon Telenet. You may know the company for the Valis series or one of their many titles on the Mega Drive or TurboGrafx. But apparently American Truck was an early hit for the company and put them on the map. Let's take a look at this packaging. The cover promises to bring arcade-style action into the home. Inside, we first have a short black and white manual. The game is stored on one floppy disk. And hiding behind the disk is my American Truck driver's license. See that? I'm licensed to drive an American Truck. It says here that if you can get over 1 million points in the game, to send a photo of your high score to Telenet and they'll send you back a gold license card. Since this is an old PC-88 game, I'll make sure to turn my CPU speed down to 4 MHz and then simply insert the disk and reset to boot the game. So we boot to the Telenet logo, and then the title screen, with its lovely beach scene. Looks like PC-88 Paradise to me. The music here is also quite nice. Telenet was known for making some of the better early FM music on the PC-88. If we wait here, we can see the excellent maneuver list, and by default all the names are cigarette brands, except I guess they misspelled Salem. Next we can see the game's stuff, or I guess they meant staff. Nice Las Vegas scene here, and more music. Beaches, cigarettes, and Las Vegas. That's what working as a trucker in America brings to mind, if you lived in Japan in the 80s anyway. So let's start the engine. We can select either 1 or 2 players, and 2 players is just alternating, of course. Player 1 ready, and the message window asks, "How are you?" "Oh, well, fine, thank you. How nice of you to ask." Okay, what? I found the gas. It's the up button on the gamepad. Full speed ahead. Well, here we go. There are only engine noises and sound effects during the game, by the way, no music. So I'll add the title screen music to make the video sound a little bit more pleasant. Also, this game only uses the D-pad, so I can actually just plug the Mega Drive controller right into the system without an adapter. You only need an adapter in order to use the left trigger button, which this game doesn't use. Hey, a car just rear-ended me and exploded, and whoa, just caused an accident. But I'm pretty sure that one just killed itself. This bus, too. Did you see that? I just knocked him off the road and got 100 points. The game encourages you to take out the other vehicles. This is fun. Take that! Out of the way! American Truck coming through. Yeah, that's how we drive in America, suckers. It feels like the truck is practically indestructible, but there's one ultimate foe we have to avoid, the side of the road. If the truck comes to a complete stop, we're done and lose a life. No, wait, I can still get out of it. Just give me a chance. Another way you can lose a life is by hitting a tanker truck, which of course explodes on impact. Guess the driver in my truck is a trucker ghost now.
And when they finally pulled the driver's body from the twisted, burning wreck, it looked like this.
These yellow dividers that appear in the middle of the road have the same effect as the sides. They bring you to a stop and you lose a life, but the game gives you plenty of warning before they appear. When you hear this sound, you can look down here at the message window to see the shape of the upcoming road ahead and react accordingly. At all other times, the message window shows which stage you're on this American flag, and these are your remaining lives below. Here's the speedometer and the tachometer. By the way, am I the only one who thinks it's funny how in Japanese the word tachometer looks like tachometer, which sounds funny regardless of which taco you're talking about. Oh yeah, and last we have to explain the trip meter. This shows your progress in the current stage. The beginning of each colored section is a checkpoint that you'll return to if you die. You may be wondering then if this game has a time limit. Since it looks like an arcade-style racing game, you would expect it to have one, but there's none to be found. Well, there actually is one, but it isn't displayed anywhere, and it's so generous you normally don't need to worry about it. If you slow the truck way down in order to make it really easy to avoid obstacles and just play the game like that for a while, eventually you'll hear a noise to indicate you're running out of time, or gas, or whatever. Get to the next checkpoint in order to shut that noise up. And if we make it to the end of the stage, it says order completed, and there's no time bonus or anything. On to the next stage. I wonder if this game has an ending. For that matter, I wonder if this game has a story. Let's see. It says, the setting is the American freeway. You're a spy who must carry top secret documents for NASA. But international spies are also on the highway to make sure you don't make it through. NASA will send you instructions regarding upcoming road conditions using an encrypted radio device. And by the way, the type of road depends on which US state you're currently in. You've also been given permission to take out any other cars on the road, no questions asked. Guess that explains why you get points for killing the other vehicles. Your mission is just that important. So anyway, that's the story, and I swear I'm not making any of this up. Look, it says NASA right here, and I thought I was just supposed to be a typical American trucker. I'm sure they made the game first and thought, okay, but why do you get points for taking out the other cars? And who would have access to satellite images of the upcoming road formations in the 80s? I don't know, NASA? Are you sure an 8-year-old didn't write this story? So since we have full permission to take out all these cars and get a high score, let's try it. This is kinda like Spy Hunter, since you're a spy, and Bump and Jump, since you bump the cars off the road. For the most part it works, but there are actually a couple of cars you don't want to take out. Obviously there's the exploding tankers, but you'll also lose points for taking out the school buses, fire trucks, and ambulances. The ambulances even make a pretty convincing siren noise. But at least there are some bonus items to pick up. The dollar signs give you points, and the little truck icon is a 1-up. The wrench power-up confused me at first, since normally wrench power-ups in video games repair damage, but there's no damage meter in American Truck. Well, it turns out that the game actually does have a damage mechanic, but in the PC-88 version, there's no indication whatsoever. However, I'm pretty sure you do take damage when you hit the dividers or side of the road and manage to pull out of it. This is why sometimes you can survive in there for a while, and other times it will kill you almost instantly. Of course, this would all be a lot more obvious if the very short manual bothered to explain any of it. There isn't even a list of power-ups. While I'm sure you can do much better, during the short amount of time I've played the game so far, I've managed to get up to stage 11. And when you get game over on stage 10 or higher, you get the closest thing the game has to an ending, where your business has been completed. You're welcome, NASA. And I also got a score of 118,200. Yeah, take that, Mr. Marlboro and Mr. Camel. You were no match for the excellent maneuvers of Mr. Jakes. Okay, so it seems Telenet released this game on just about every PC series that existed in Japan at the time. These are all the versions I'm aware of. I'm not going to show footage from all of them, but here are a few. First, let's look at a different version for the PC-88. The one I've been playing up until now is the PC-8801 Mark II SR version, but there was also a simpler version made for the two oldest PC-88 models. This one needs to be run in the older V1 graphics mode or it will look like this. It has less color and runs more slowly. It really takes a long time to finish a stage. It also has no music and not even any engine noise, with only a few sound effects here and there using beep sound. It also doesn't have joystick support and controls a little differently. Instead of holding the keys to accelerate and brake, you use them to adjust the tachometer and can then release them. It's great that this version existed for owners of early model PC-88s, but it really goes to show how much the PC-88 series improved with later models. The Sharp X1 version came out on either tape or floppy disk. This is the floppy disk version. This one includes a lot more scenery on the side of the track, and while it may look like it's running comically fast, this is the correct speed. It feels pretty nice and fast once you get used to it. In this one, again you use the accelerate and brake keys to adjust the tachometer and let go. The music is a little simpler than the PC-88 version due to early X1 models having only 3 PSG channels and no FM sound. But overall, this is probably the only one I played which is maybe a little better than the PC-88 version. The Fujitsu FM7/FM77 version came on either cassette tape or 3.5-inch floppy disk. This is the tape version here. There's no title screen music and the graphics are quite simple. There's no joystick support, and due to hardware limitations, the truck continues to veer left or right even after you release the keys. You have to press 5 in the middle of the number pad when you want to stop turning, making it overall very difficult to control. There was a version of American Truck for one of NEC's earlier PCs, the PC6001 series. This one runs on either the PC6001 Mark II or PC6601, and came on a cassette tape. This is another minimal version of the game with no title screen or music, but looks quite good considering the system's limited capabilities. This one completely changes the stage layouts and includes bombs littering the track which will instantly destroy your truck. They're almost impossible to see coming on time when driving at full speed. Likewise, the upcoming road layouts displayed in the message window give you so little warning you basically have to memorize the tracks in order to play well, which wasn't the case in the previous versions shown. In this one, the screen flashes red to let you know when your truck's damage is critical. Picking up the wrenches will stop the flashing. I wish the other versions worked like this too. The MSX version was released on either a cartridge or tape, and is another version with no music. This is the cartridge version. This one goes back to the original gas and brake controls, but it has those stupid bombs on the road. You know what? I think I hate all the versions with the bombs, but that might just be because I suck. This version seems to have its fans, so who am I to judge? American Truck is quite a simple game. I think at least adding the need to shift gears manually would have added some needed depth to the gameplay. It also would have been nice to have a pause button somewhere on the keyboard. But maybe the game's simplicity is the very reason why it's surprisingly fun once you get the hang of it. I had a great time speeding up and slowing down to try and navigate the roads and see how far I could get. It also took me a while to get onto the high score list at all, and was quite happy to finally see my name on there. While I don't expect that many gamers today are going to go out of their way to play American Truck, I think I can see how it provided a surprising amount of arcade-style fun for Japanese PC owners in the mid-1980s. Thanks for watching this episode of PC88 Paradise. Here are the names of the patrons and YouTube members supporting my videos. I thank them as always. Happy New Year, and I hope I'll be able to bring more videos to you in 2024. See you soon.